Hey everyone, and welcome to John Talks Indian Cinema. I am your host, the Indian Cine-MANIAC, back with another pretty strange 10ish minute review. Yeah, this is a strange one, I got to tell you. So I watched the trailer and I did a trailer reaction to the 2015 film and that was recommended to me by at Sadant Gambir 2, who is a longtime maniac. So he also recommended I watch the movie. And based on the trailer, I wanted to watch the film because the trailer was pretty wild. I wasn't sure what it was about. Yes, I knew there was a hunchback in it, okay? But there was a transforming motorcycle, and then at one point he's holding a woman in his hand. So I'm like, is this fantasy? Is it science fiction? Is it set in the future? I really had no idea based on the trailer. So then I watched the film. And yeah, it's a bit of a fantasy, but it's none of those other things that I thought. So I'm going to review this. It's directed by Shankar, who is a very visual director. That is a given. Enthiran, Anniyan, and Indian, very visual and absolutely. This movie was, visually pretty spectacular, I thought. It stars Vikram, who I've seen in a couple of things, including Anniyan. He was very good in that too. Amy Jackson, who now I know I've seen her in the TV show here in the States, Supergirl, and she is just freaking gorgeous. Oh, beautiful. Suresh Gopi, Upen Patel, and Santhanam, who was in Enthiran and Eega, one of my favorite movies. And he was definitely comic relief. His name was Jim, not Jim, Gym. This is a Tamil film. And I actually thought it was a take on Beauty and the Beast because the story is about a guy named Lingazan, Lee, and the monster, the hunchback, all played by Vikram. But it starts off right away with the hunchback, and you see him walking down an alley, and it's got kind of a green tint to it, and the camera works a little frenetic, and he's like, crouched over, and he breaks into a wedding of Dia. And she's getting ready. She's got the beautiful sari. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And he goes in to kidnap her from this wedding. And she starts screaming. So what do you do when a beautiful woman starts screaming? Do you cover her mouth? No. You pick up a lamp and you smash her in the head to knock her out. Because that's exactly what he did. And then he takes her out of there. That's how it opens. Okay? Now, the story unfolds. Okay? So Vikram plays a character who is a bodybuilder named Lingazan. And he wants to be Mr. India. And Dia is a world-famous model that he is absolutely in love with. And there's all kinds of scenes with him doing the bodybuilding stuff, including fights when they're in their gym in their little tidy, briefs and all oiled up, all these oiled up bodybuilders having a big fight. There's a lot of that. and then it cuts back and forth to Dia, who's a world famous model who is trying to get out from under the thumb of this male actor, John, who wants to sleep with her. And if she doesn't sleep with him, he won't do any work with her. Stay with me. So now she, through circumstances, gets to know Lingasan and really likes him and wants him to be a model with her so she can do stuff with someone other than John because they get a big shoot in China. And some of this is shot in China. Beautiful, by the way. So he's like, well, I got to do Mr. India. I can't do that. And she talks him into it, kind of manipulates him. So now he becomes this model, and they do a makeover on him. And there is a trans character. It's funny because when I first saw the makeup artist, I said that kind of looks like a guy. Well, sure enough, it was a guy who ends up falling in love with now the actor, the model known as Lee. And they do a makeover on him. He had this big mane of hair and he had a big mustache. That all goes, and it looks more like what you know Vikram to look like. And he ends up becoming a supermodel. So, as you can imagine, now people are jealous. John is jealous of him. The owner of the cosmetic company that he's doing ads for, not just the cosmetic company, they own everything apparently that he's doing the modeling for. He doesn't want to promote a product that he thinks is unsafe, so he's not going to do it. So the owner wants to eliminate him. So then Lee ends up getting injected with a virus that turns him into this hunchback, this monster. And the rest of the movie is him getting revenge on the five people that did this to him, basically, including someone, and it's 2015, so I'm not going to spoil anything. A friend of Dia, who she called Uncle, who was really the ringleader of this whole thing, injecting him with I think it was influenza, is what it was, so a variant of influenza that turned him into this awful thing. And he does it because the wedding at the beginning was his and Dia's wedding. So he wanted Dia all to himself. Now he's an older guy, and he's been manipulating the whole time. In fact, everybody manipulates this guy. There's one point where he can't really get Lee, the model, not the hunchback, not the weightlifter, can't really get into it, the love part of it with Dia during the photo shoot. So they tell her to lie to him, tell her that she loves him, and she does. And now he ends up doing fantastic because he thinks she loves her, and then he finds out she lied about it. Well, of course, then she realized she really does love him, blah, blah, blah. So it's all these people, including the makeup artist who wanted Lee for himself or herself or their selves. I'm not sure the pronoun. The doctor who wanted Dia, the cosmetic guy, the the not the doctor, the John, the model, and the weightlifter at the beginning who got beat up by Lingazan and wants his revenge too. Those five guys. And when he gets a revenge, it's great because that's where Jim comes into place and he holds up a mirror. In fact, there's a line he says as they're getting all this revenge, and he says it to each one. Oh yeah, they hold up a mirror to their face because what he does is he doesn't kill them, but he deforms them like he's been deformed. And he says, "Fame." He holds up a mirror to them with an old picture of them and what they look like now. It says, "Fame to doom, fame to doom." Okay. Um, so the story is about him getting the revenge, and Dia finally realizes that the hunchback is Lee, the model, or Lingazan, who she loves, and loves him even though he looks like this. And the very last scene in the film is a doctor has figured out what he's got, and he can be cured because he's told the whole movie he can't be cured. He can be cured. That's the story. Okay. So it's Beauty and the Beast. It's the Hunchback of Notre Dame. So I'll give the story a 3. I found it interesting. It was all over the place, but I found it interesting. Now the performances. The performances, and I'm going to really focus on Vikram because I thought he was unbelievable in this. I really do. It was an amazing performance because how he starts off as this kind of goofy, happy-go-lucky bodybuilder. Right? And by the way, he was jacked in the scenes. I mean, he was big. Then he becomes this model, who, when you think of like they hold up the watch or whatever, um, just was a like a completely different character. And then finally, when he becomes a hunchback, and from what I read, he lost a lot of weight because when you see him and with his, I think at one point his shirt is off. He's like, there's nothing to him, and apparently the actor got sick because he lost so much weight. Because where he starts from and where he ends, you just wouldn't believe the transformation. And it's not just it's the mannerisms, it's the facial expressions. It's he's all hunched over with all these boils all over him. But it's more than that. It's the mouth, the eyes. I thought it was an unbelievable performance. I really did. Now the movie was okay, but his performance and everyone else was fine. Like the bad guys were just kind of cartoonishly bad. I thought Amy Jackson was fine. I mean, she's gorgeous. I mean, it was pretty. You saw more flesh than you normally see in these movies. I mean, she wore a bikini at one point. You almost never see that. Um, but she was just beautiful. I mean, really stunning. She'll stick in my craw after seeing it. I was like, oh, wow, I want to see more of Amy Jackson. But she was okay. I mean, he was. I'm going to give the performances a five, and it's solely based on his performance. I don't care what you think about this movie because it is a strange film and it is all over the place. His performance in it wasn't the problem with the film. He was fantastic. And I'm talking about three distinct characters he played in this film. And I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. Now, as far as the songs go, and there was a lot of music in it. The first song was with Amy Jackson, and it was for a commercial, fashion lady commercial. But the song was about her body measurements, which it was a catchy song, and she looked fantastic. I'm telling you, she was beautiful. Second song after he meets her, that's where she wore the hot bikini. The phone, it's called "Mesmerized as I Am," and this is where the science fiction came in, or so I thought when I saw the trailer. His phone turns into her. And during this song, inanimate objects turn into her, and her costume reflects whatever the object was. It was pretty clever the way they did it, but it was completely different than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, motorcycle. She turns from a motorcycle into her. Greens that he's about to eat, I don't know what they were. They turn into her. Third song. Now this is again where they showed this in the trailer. That's why I thought maybe this was a science fiction. But the third song, she tells him she loves him, and they they're both in green, and they fly above the water. So I thought because they were in green, it must have been like Peter Pan. Is that what it was? That's what threw me off in the trailer. Then a Chinese. Oh, this is a music wise, but I gotta just throw this out. A Chinese gang was trying to kill him, Lee, and they were on BMX bikes. So it's a Chinese gang on BMX bikes going over roofs and stuff. Pretty funny. Let's see. Another song was an homage to Beauty and the Beast, and this was a big number with and it definitely was Beauty and the Beast. It was an homage to Beauty and the Beast, where they really made him look like the Beast. So he actually played four characters because the Beast makeup was really good. And that was a big, beautiful number, very visual number. So the music was fine. I mean, again, it didn't hurt, it didn't help it as far as I was concerned. I gave the music a three. So, I mean, overall, my verdict on this, I actually, you know what? It was a strange movie. Um, and the storyline was pretty thin as far as the motivations about why they would do these horrific things to this poor guy. But I enjoyed it. I mean, I really did. I mean, I'm going to give it a three. It was. I think it's worth a watch. Visually stunning. I mean, really, the camera angles, the way he moves the camera, and it's funny because each character Vikram played, the color palette changes a little bit. The way it's filmed changes a little bit. So it kind of reflected the characters he was playing. I thought that was really interesting too. But I liked it. I liked it. I don't think the trailer really told you anything that had to do with it other than he's a hunchback. But I thought it was good. Let me know what you guys think if you've seen it. And if you do decide to see it, let me know what you thought after you watched it, okay? If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, and as always, please share. That's how we can build a maniac community, okay? All right, that's it. I'm gonna go. Oh wait, that's my hunchback, but I'm doing a hunchback right now, if you don't mind. No, that's not him. Okay, secret word. Secret word this week. Ready? I want to make sure you stay until the end. The secret word is Buster. Buster Keaton, of course, but just the word Buster. Okay? See if you're sticking around until the end. All right? Okay, that's it. We'll talk to you soon at John Talks Indian Cinema with either a 10ish minute trailer reaction or a 10ish minute review. Thanks for watching, everybody.